Hello, hello, good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you are finding me. This is Deborah Roth back with another edition of my Inner Goddess Team video series. And I've been doing this since August of 2020, so 2 years now, really just because I'm so passionate and dedicated to the notion that we can only survive as a civilization if we embody and embrace and reactivate the qualities of the divine feminine, compassion, empathy, connecting and honoring nature, our emotions, our intuition. All of those things are so sorely needed. So if you're on board with that idea, I hope that you'll like or comment here. That always helps get the word out, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Would love to see you there. Hello, Barbara, lovely to see you. And this video will be posted tomorrow on YouTube, where I also always just give all kinds of extra background information than what I put on YouTube and Instagram. So today is actually, and I often very specifically tie in the archetypes, the goddesses of the divine feminine, with a specific celebration. Sometimes it's just the energy of what's going on in the cosmos and the new moon or the full moon. Today is actually apparently August 23rd, the birthday of Krishna. And remember, if you're watching this later on, any of the things I'm talking about, and especially with this particular goddess who's connected with Krishna, you can use her energy and her qualities, her gifts whenever you need them. So today, as I said, is acknowledged as the birthday of Krishna, at least this year in that calendar, the Hindu god, and he. One of his lovers and companions, apparently a very important one, was Kamala, much like the Kamala that we know as our vice president. And I should probably know if she was actually named after her. But Kamala in the Hindu tradition is often kind of overlapped. She's an epithet or another name, sometimes people say, for Lakshmi, who is classically the goddess of abundance. And she is shown sitting on a lotus flower. Her name, Kamala, actually means she of the lotus, and lots of all kinds of spiritual energy attached to lotuses, and a deep connection with elephants, which are bearers of great joy and abundance, and they're showering her with, let's see if I can find some of these things. They're showering her with, with nectar, pouring jars of amrita, nectar, on her. And her hands are placed, if you look closely at them, one is placed up, her left hand is up, and her right hand is down. And those are classic mudras for the left hand facing up. A mudra is a symbolic sacred hand movement or hand symbol. For those that don't know, the abhaya mudra, which is the gesture of giving assurance, is the one that is on the right hand. Am I saying this right? No, sorry, left hand. The left hand mudra is one of giving boon, of giving abundance, which is really, one of her biggest gifts that she gives to us, her disciples, pointing down. And the two lotuses, of course, are her symbols, are in her other two hands. She's got four hands here. She's typically shown wearing red and gold. So I have my gold bracelet. I have a little red on today. And there are many ways that you can honor her. She is first and foremost, like Lakshmi, a goddess of abundance and a deity to call on when you're in the midst of financial hardship. But she's not just financial, she's also material. So she's material abundance, but also spiritual abundance. And it's said that when you call on her, she will help to balance and activate your 7 chakras. She will also help dispel anxiety and depression and any kind of mental illness. So as we know, we can do that anytime other than Krishna's birthday. I didn't find a festival specifically for Kamala, but I did. She came up because she's associated very intimately with Krishna. She is also a goddess that's connected with healthy relationships. How do they put it? She promotes faithfulness in relationships, and she's designed to give comfort both in this life, material comfort in this life, but liberation in the afterlife, which I thought was kind of interesting too. She's known for her power of creation. She has the power to create wealth and beauty, as we've talked about. And she also represents, she's one of the most important forms of divine feminine energy in Hinduism. She is, let's see, and the goddess, and I love this, the lotus flower has two meanings with her. First, it represents life and fertility, and the yoni, which is the connection to the female genitalia. And then in the cosmic state, the lotus represents the entire created order. So all of the cosmos, all of the stars, and the way that everything is their orientation is how they're, it's a representative of the lotus. Now, she is also honored, where's this one? There's several, so I found several mantras that you can sing, and I'll see if I can remember one of them. I may have to refer to my something to get the tune right. But she also has several yantras, and yantras are mandalas, basically, visual ways that you can meditate or contemplate her. And hers starts with a bindu, what's called a bindu in the center, and then there's this hexagonal piece that surrounds the bindu, and that's got another name. And then if you look carefully, you can see the 8 petals of the lotus flower. And then there are 4 doorways in each of the 4 directions that complete this yantra. So as you're contemplating how you want to call her into your life for any of these reasons or any of this support that you need, you can also meditate with sort of a soft gaze on this yantra. And really, if you Google Kamala yantras, you'll find a whole bunch of ones. I just thought this was the simplest and most easy to reproduce. So let's see, what else do I want to tell you about her? Remember with any of these that we're not looking to co-opt these religions. And I always ask for people that out of the Hindu tradition, I would love to hear the pujas or the rituals that surround calling in Kamala, calling for her mercy, for her abundance, for her relief from depression, anxiety, from financial hardship. Lots of ways that we can use her, and I would love to hear people who have, actual experience more than I do in bringing her in. So I am going to. I think I told you all the cool stuff I wanted to tell you about her. I'm going to see if I can remember the tune to this really wonderful, and again, and I'll post the link to it in the YouTube description. And I found myself today, it's kind of a jazzy, with wonderful instrumentation in the background, and I found myself just singing it all day. It's a 5-minute mantra that's on there, and it's and I love mantras. I sing them. I love Diva Primal is another one of my favorites who sings mantras, and it's a verbal, it's a song kind of meditation, a chanting kind of meditation. So the one, and again, there are several, but this is the one that I wanted to make sure I had one with her name in it too, goes like this. Namaha Kamala, let's see. Namaha Kamala Vasina Sava, Namaha Kamala Vashina Sava, Namaha Kamala Vashina Sala, Namaha Kamala Vashinaya Sa. That's what it is. Namaha Kamala Vasinaya Sava, Namaha Kamala Vasinaya Sava, Namaha Kamala Vasinaya Sava. So you get the idea, and it was that fast, and you really kind of get into the groove, into the sync of it. And if you've ever done any chanting, and when I do my women's circles, I love to include chanting, because it is this vocal meditation. That's the word I was thinking of. And we actually have a wonderful new moon, virtual new moon circle coming up this Monday. And you can reach out to me and I'll tell you how you can access it, and hope that some of you can join me there. So, leaving you with that chant, Namaha Kamala Vashinaya Swaha, Namaha Kamala Vashinaya Swaha, I was doing it so well earlier. Namaha Kamala Vashinaya Swaha, Namaha Kamala Vashinaya Swaha. I leave you with that, to just really open your heart, especially if you're in a place right now. How is it that where in your life can you call on Kamala to bring you comfort, whether it's material or spiritual comfort? That's how we can use the energies of these beautiful archetypes of the divine feminine all year round. It doesn't just have to be around one of their festivals. Thanks so much for joining me, and go to the YouTube channel tomorrow and you can click there and see on the eye there that'll tell you more about the divine feminine, and you can also read more about the background and kind of overview of what I've talked about here. Wonderful to be with you and with Kamala. Blessings to you all.